Welcome to another installment of the Final Scoop podcast. My name is Robert Schinetsky, the supplement engineer. Joining me as always is my international cavalcade of characters and industry insiders, game changers, influencers, trend setters, and I don't know what else. I'm kind of out of other euphemisms for you knuckleheads.
Punk bitches.
Bitches, there we go.
Punk bitches.
Punk bitches.
Leftovers.
The leftovers. Lukasz, Rytkowski, Prometeus and Intelligent Sports Technology, Shane Smith, Stack.com, and we had Robi, the part-time podcast guest on our show who decides sometimes to get lost in Amsterdam or Russia or God knows where else, but he's not on the screen right now for you all looking on a video, but he will be joining us momentarily. Welcome. You got any comments, questions, queries, quips, smart-ass remarks? Feel free to post them up in the comments section. We'll answer anything and everything you guys have to throw our way. Yeah, man, it's good to see you guys again. How are things? We're an hour earlier for those people that didn't embark or embrace daylight savings time. I'm stuttering a lot today. I'm saying time and chime all at the same time. It's my tongue isn't working yet.
Get your shit together, man.
I need to get some caffeine in me or something, or a nootropic, something.
I've noticed that I do this thing where I'll plan to say two words. Mm-hmm. And I'll take the first letters from the first word and the first letters from the second word, and I switch them around.
Yeah, and then your tongue just has a conniption fit.
And I say some of the dumbest shit, and I'm like, why did I say that? That makes no, it's not even a real word. And my wife looks at me, and she's like, and then she's doing it now too. And I was like,
Man.
I don't know why my brain decides to do that. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway.
Bro, and I'm bad in English, but I guess I'm not.
No.
Yeah, Luka's probably like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Why would you switch letters around?
Our brains go stupid sometimes.
Well, see, I thought it was an old age thing. That's why I was like, you guys probably know better than me.
Yeah. First thing to go, man. Hey, gang. Hi, Simon. The boys. The Boas are back? It's a Boas. Boys.
It's like a, yeah.
Damn, it's like
Trendy
Full
with
House.
A bit of pop.
It's like based.
Another word I need to learn.
Exactly.
I've actually just started using the word counter instead of bench top.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to think, wait, what's the new meaning for counter now? Okay, all right, yeah, so instead of the bench, you say the countertop.
My wife was just like, don't do that. Don't be a dick. I was like, you gotta embrace the culture. We gotta look. That's who we're dealing with.
Yeah, man. Where am I again? Yeah, Sean's so old he forgets where he is from time to time. Can we all chip in and buy Shane a Floby? Yet again, I have no idea what we're talking about. What is a Floby?
I don't know.
That's from the 19th century. That's before my time.
I have no idea.
What is a Floby?
Chopping my hair with a Floby.
Why they're using
home
haircutting
language?
That reminds. This is like the vacuum suck from Wayne's World. That's what this must be. Did y'all ever watch the original Wayne's World movie?
Yeah.
It's got the vacuum suck where they stuck Garth's head up here like that. I'll show everybody what we're talking about.
I haven't had a haircut for coming up 5 months probably. So I suppose it's been a while.
I thought Sean was talking about his dick or something, like a floppy or something.
Revolutionary home haircutting system. Interesting. Just sucks your hair right up. He looks like he's having a good time.
His name sounds fake. Rick Hunts.
Rick Hunts, yeah. Okay.
That's a lot of money for
a vacuum that cuts your hair?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, here we go. We can watch this
play
in action.
Hold on, this is supposed to cut your hair?
What the fuck? It looks painful.
No, it's like a massager or something, right?
Does it suck it up and then cut it inside the thing? Is that how it works?
No, but it's not cutting your hair.
It is cutting the hair.
Even the music is like from Greece or something.
It looks like a vacuum or something.
Yeah, I think it must vacuum up and then.
Yeah, but it's not cutting her hair. What the fuck?
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
It is. It says cutting your hair using the Floby system. It says right there.
But how is it possible to cut your hair like that?
I think it sucks it up and then it just maybe there's like a blade inside the. And that must just determine
vacuum first.
how much it cuts.
The hair being sucked into the flow.
He used this vacuum on his cock.
Good time to verify.
This is just some weird shit.
Into the flow.
Surely this isn't made anymore.
Hold on.
Sean is one kinky bastard.
Place her height later if a shortcut is desired. Now turn on the Flowbee motor and start with the last part of
The
your
like he's-
faces of these.
See?
Faces
It's
of
not
these
it's not
dudes.
cutting
Whack.
his hair.
It is cutting his hair, man.
area. Now in some areas of your head, you may want to use shorter spacers. And in
Yeah.
Yeah, it does cut. Yeah.
Oh,
You can
yeah,
do
now
like
I
di-
see.
Yeah, you can
now
do
I see.
like different levels or something.
Yeah, now I see, yeah.
Ed, and you can see what's over. That's all that's going to come off. As you can see, Floby's just taking off a little bit of hair, and it's trimming her bangs just like she wants it. And it's a bouncy motion that I go up and down, and her hair is perfect. And it feathers.
I'll tell you what.
Simple as that.
And how much
Okay,
this
sure.
shit cost?
$150.
And like mine.
$200, $150.
Is there any fat discount?
I don't know.
Yeah, use the final.
Add it to your cart and try the word final scoop. Hopefully, maybe it works.
Let's go. Whoa,
I don't know.
lost my screen.
Why the fuck are we watching this?
Because
Or
you
maybe-
got nothing else better
There you
to do.
go.
Right.
See, you get the Floby
Maybe-
system.
Maybe try
No.
the Gold Sub Talk radio. So maybe you
Ah,
will
These
yeah.
get
are
fat
$50
discount.
bucks.
this is almost as much as your sheets, man. This is ridiculous.
Wow. Okay.
They don't even have a coupon section.
Try Sub Talk radio.
Oh, they don't deliver to New Zealand.
Oh.
It's a premium service.
God, they always send it to me or Lucas. It's only Americans that get to cut their hair with vacuum cleaners.
It looks like it was discovered way before New Zealand was discovered.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks like it's from the 80s. The 80s?
that's an 80s or a 90s infomercial. Yeah, you could tell by the style of clothes and everything.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I was like, the music said 80s, so I don't know. And you said Wayne's World, so I was like, okay, it's
Yeah, it's 80s, 90s. It does cut. Yeah, it does.
just
Hey,
weird.
y'all. Hey, Brooke. Love educating you youngsters. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, considering only two of us have hair, it's...
But to you, fucking Ronald Reagan would be a youngster.
Oh, my God. Oh, Robbie, how was Amsterdam?
Good.
Yeah, the trip back was good?
Yeah, it was very good. Like I said, like like we shared in text messages. The only bitch is the test. I mean, that's I usually not scared of many things, but that shit petrified me because you have to do a test like 2 or 3 days before returning. I think 72 hours. So basically, if you're positive, you're fucked. And it's not like one of those things where you think, oh, probably nobody's paying attention. They do. They fucking obsessed with that shit. That's the first thing they asked for from me in Amsterdam. Then I arrived in Portugal. Before boarding the plane to US, they asked for it in Portugal. Then as soon as I landed in US and I just passed passport control before I even got my luggage, there is a guy who's waiting there with a list. Where did you come from? Show me that you got tested. I want to see it. And they look at it. They like really, really look at it. Like it's not like just a glimpse. They actually check it out. So, I mean, that's very, very uncomfortable because, like I said, I mean, if you need to be somewhere, if you have one of those jobs or businesses that require you to be there, I mean, for 10 days or 2 weeks, I don't even know what it is right now, you're literally fucked. I would strongly, strongly advise people not to travel if they have to be back on a certain date because, again, if you're positive, you're screwed.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I don't even know if I want to get into this whole ordeal, but at what point does everybody just kind of wake up and say, all right, can we get back to normal shit? Like, what's it going to take for people to just kind of say, we're good, let's move on. You don't want to go somewhere, then stay your ass home. But, quit conveniencing inconveniencing the rest of the goddamn world with all this
I
shit.
don't think we're gonna go to the normal anymore.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, based on what I saw, like, you know what, I knew that there's going to be an issue with it, but I didn't know to such extent. So I think this is, like the term, the new normal, which I hate that term. I think that's what it is. If it's not the new normal, this is for a very long term. I don't see this going away anytime soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we see a big increase in cases right now in many countries here in Europe. So
yeah, I was leaving Holland on Saturday morning, like very, very early, and actually on Saturday they implemented some kind of new rules. I don't know the specifics because it was pretty laid back. Like Amsterdam was very, very open. It wasn't like any issues. The only thing is like when you come to the restaurant, they ask for your vaccine card. But that's, I think, where you can get away because honestly, like I've been to a bunch of restaurants and everybody is just like they barely look at it.
Okay. Oh well. 3 years before things get better. Yeah, probably. That's going to coincide very conveniently with the new election cycle.
Yeah.
I don't want to be pessimistic, but I don't think so.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I would be afraid to put a number on it because, we all thought the 21. Then we started saying 22. Right now, it's like Shane was hoping that the lockdown is going to be 1 or 2 weeks. But then again, he knew it's going to be longer. It was pretty obvious. Yeah.
Still haven't been able to go to the gym, so
it's ridiculous. Guys, speaking of the trip, I want to thank, publicly Lukasz for facilitating a meeting with the head of Prometeus, Lars. It was a very enjoyable trip. It was great to meet somebody like that. Lukasz, thank you so much. It was a great to meet Lars, and he was everything you said. He is like, great guy, very down to earth, fresh of, breath of fresh air. It was very, very nice.
Did you ask him about the logo?
No, I didn't ask him about the logo.
Damn it.
Logo?
There's a unicorn in the Prometeus logo, and I asked Lukasz why there's a unicorn, because I was like, does like Prometeus mean unicorn or something? And he's like, I don't know. And I was like, how do you not know? Why is there a unicorn in there?
I don't know why that is, but Prometheus is the one that brought fire down.
No. Prometeus. There's no H.
Right, but I figured that was just the way they spelt it. Like there's that one little difference in the way I'm assuming it's the exact same.
It's actually possible. You might be onto something. Maybe just the spelling. I'm not saying error, but just maybe just the way they spelled it.
That's irrelevant because there's a unicorn in the logo. Okay.
It's like we say Netherlands, but it's Nederlands. So like they have a D and we have a TH for Netherlands, and then there's Nederlands. So I mean, it could be.
It's Holland.
I will talk with Lars on Monday, so I will ask him personally.
Yes.
So on next Saturday, you will definitely know.
He's probably
We'll
going
get
to
the final scoop on that answer.
Don't tell him it came from me because he's going to realize.
No. I'm just gonna ask him what the logo.
I tell you what, I'll do a whole story on it. I'll do a post and everything.
The magic of the unicorn and the Prometheus logo.
The reason behind the unicorn and the logo.
I love watching your discussion from India. Well, thanks, Shubham. Shubham? How are we going to go with that? Anyway, thank you for tuning in. You got any questions, feel free to let us know. On the positive side, 52 more Apollon products dropping this year. You make a joke about that, Sean, but I shit you not. Carolina has been texting me with different labels saying, hey, can we start working on the blurb on the label for this? Can we start doing this? I'm thinking, I'm seeing all these things come across the message. I forgot half of the shit that we were working on, Robbie.
I forgot half of the shit that is coming out.
I see a label come across my desk.
It's insane. We had a marketing meeting with John and Dan 2 days ago. I was like, they were like, what the fuck is going on? Like, we cannot keep up. And, I'm not, don't get me wrong. I'm proud of it. But half of the stuff I was like, okay, guys, you know what? We're not going to be able to release everything this year. It's just not possible. So some of it it's going to have to go into 2022. But on the other hand, I'm kind of like, I'm happy that we were able to pull something absolutely incredible this year. I mean, considering all the shit that's going on, it's pretty impressive. I mean, on on Tuesday we're expecting like fucking 50 plus pallets coming to Apollon, and we were like, what the fuck, But yeah, I mean, it's one product after another one, but yeah, definitely excited about it. Cool.
Speaking of public thank yous, I also want to say thank you to Apollon Nutrition and to Robi especially for giving me the opportunity for contributing in newest product that was released. So I really appreciate that.
I actually feel bad about it because the thing is that product was in development when, a year ago or something.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Like when he contributed, and he was like with the whole liver. We talked about the health line, and it was right there in the queue, like to come up. And I totally forgot to tell him because, like, fuck, there are so many things. And then one comes out. I'm like, oh, by the way, it's coming out tomorrow. And he's like, what the fuck? That's my formula.
Yeah. I was, to be honest, I was pleasantly surprised when I saw it, and when I saw the name pop up and I saw the first two ingredients, I was like, oh damn, I know this formula from somewhere. So yeah. So thanks a lot, man, for the shout out, for the gratitude and so on. So thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
It really means the world, to see something like this, and I'm sure that it was like true team effort, So yeah, and I hope that everyone will enjoy it, Plus, for all people who are asking, it's a liver support formula.
I couldn't believe when I got a fucking question about it. What is it for? I mean, like, seriously? By the way, Robert, speaking of that formula, I have a question that somebody asked me. I mean, I did answer it, but I think I actually didn't think before that this might come up. And I think you're the best person to elaborate on this a little bit better and explain. And that has to do with Knack, with N-acetylcysteine. So somebody asked a very good question, and I know that it's 100% fine, but nevertheless, there's this guy who asked the question, Resistance has 600 milligram of it. And this product, liver, has 1,200. So he was asking, like, is it okay to have 1,800 milligram of N-acetylcysteine per day? I did answer it, but, for those people that were wondering, I'm not going to say anything. And I think that you're the guy who can explain a little bit better.
From what I've seen, yes, it should be safe. Always check with your doctor because we are not doctors on this show. So if you have a concern about an ingredient, check with your doctor. We'll put that caveat in there just as CYA for all of us. But I believe there are some studies using upwards of 2,400 milligrams of Knack over prolonged use. I'm talking like 4 or 6 months worth. I just take 1,200 a day. That's just the dose I always take. Sandy takes between 600 and 1,200 most of the time, and she always takes 1,200 before she enjoys any adult beverages, which I found an interesting study on that. Taking it before is actually better than taking it after, at least to this one study I saw. Taking it afterwards actually seemed to induce a little bit adverse effects and like increase the amount of lipid peroxidation that was going on. So it's not good stuff on oxidative stress. But if you preload it, you take it before you go drink or take some other kind of harsh substance, that's the more beneficial time to take Knack. Same thing with Tudka, I believe, too. Or maybe Tudka might be afterwards. Yeah. So, yeah, if you're going to do something dumb with your liver, take Knack before it.
Yeah, I saw also something about the 2,400. And then I saw, I think, one study somewhere that said that possible toxicity is from 7,000 and up. But then again, obviously, who the fuck would take that much?
Yeah, I just pulled it up to make sure I wasn't talking out of my ass completely. There is, here, I'll share this so everybody can see what in the world we're talking about. A review paper here. Getting a Knack for Knack. Innovative Clinical Neuroscience, January 2011. And see the little play on words they did there? Isn't that cute? That's so cute. All right. Primer on N-acetylcysteine, what it does, over-the-counter Knack. You can get it in a wide variety of dosages. Studies on it. So we got dosage at 1,200 milligrams per day, 2,400 milligrams per day, and 3,600 milligrams per day over a 4-week study period. terms of response, 70% of participants either significantly reduced or discontinued their use of cocaine. It's good. 2,400 here. So, yeah, 1,800 is well within the studied range. This is dosed at 1,000 milligrams twice a day, so 2,000 milligrams a day. Yes. So, yeah, the 1,800 is well within the safe range based on the current body of evidence.
Okay.
Are we going to get 2 Final Scoop podcasts a week? We are discussing it, yes.
It works.
It's in the works. Brooke, took up Knack on your recommendation. In Final Scoop, we trust. Yeah, Knack is a good one. Use that as long as you can, because it's kind of in that gray area right now. So who knows what's going to ultimately be the fate of it, which is why I have 6 tubs of it in my pantry.
And I also want to say one thing as far as the liver lover, because some people may be asking if it's only for like PED users and so on. It can be used for everyone, basically. Yeah. From people that are just like training recreationally to people that are like on harsh PEDs and so on. You can use it throughout the year. You can use it all the time. You can cycle it if you want, but personally, I use NAC. I use the reishi mushroom like year round. So it's up to you. But I just want to point this one out.
Yeah, agreed. And that was something we made sure to include in the write up for the product. It's like you don't just it can be used men, women, anything. Just liver does a lot of shit in the body. It does 500 different processes or makes 500 different chemicals and all this stuff. So you're gonna want to and especially if you like an adult beverage, you use some other harsher supplements, all that stuff. All that shit's getting passed through the liver. So show your liver some love. Yeah, got that. Mitch, since bodybuilders seem to be dying at a rapid rate these days, do you think that puts a bullseye on the supplement industry and bodybuilding itself? Not the supplement industry. No, I don't think it puts a bullseye on the supplement industry because it's not like it was in the 90s and early 2000s where the bodybuilders were so intertwined with the supplement industry. But these days, I would say the vast majority, like the best-selling brands, are not those that are, tied at the hip to bodybuilders. What do y'all think?
No, it's definitely not related. I mean, put it this way. Obviously, you can, I keep saying it again and again. Steroids specifically were not designed to kill people, nor were supplements, not over-the-counter drugs either. Nothing was meant to harm somebody when it comes from a medical perspective, including steroids. However, abusing something, that's where the fine line is. You're buying, for example, a pre-workout, right? It has certain directions how to use it, but we cannot prevent some dumbass to go and buy a pre-workout and then use fucking 10 scoops all at once, especially with this dry scooping bullshit that's going on these days, and then somebody's dropping dead. Is it possible? Yes. Is it as a result of using supplement? Absolutely, it's possible. But the thing is that we're not responsible for that. In terms of bodybuilding, there are so many things that come into play when a bodybuilder, not just a bodybuilder, any athlete, not just any athlete, any person, when somebody is dying, it's a result of so many things. It can be drugs, it can be steroids, it can be insulin, it can be diuretics, which is, obviously one of the main causes when you dehydrate yourself to such extent. It can be from starvation. We've seen people who are anorexic that are dying as well. People that have bad genetics, somebody who was born with a defected heart or something like that. We don't know. So the thing is that even though bodybuilders are huge, the diets are not exactly very, very healthy. Obviously there is some drug use, in some cases abuse that is going on. But to pinpoint when we don't know, we also... coming out, well, I don't, but a lot of people coming out and saying it's because of drug use. I've seen some people commenting, a lot of comments, saying that it's because of the vaccine. You don't know. So before you throw any accusations, and especially over here, Final Scoop, we often very critical of some companies, of certain people doing certain things, but it's called criticism. Criticism is fine, but when you actually accuse somebody of something, that's a completely different thing. And unless you have facts, we can't really pinpoint. Is supplement industry connected to bodybuilding world? Yes, in a way, it is. I think right now, when it comes to so many bodybuilders dying, the whole industry, whether it's bodybuilding, supplements, everybody, I mean, people look at it kind of, with a shady outlook, like what the fuck is going on. But to pinpoint to exactly what's going on and why people die, obviously Sean Rodden death came into a huge play and a huge discussion lately. And I'll be the first to admit that, when I saw it, and I talked to Sean a couple of times, when I saw it, I was also like, okay, 46-year-old bodybuilder who was close to 300 pounds, does it look suspicious? Perhaps. But the truth is, we don't know. We really, really don't know why he died. Nobody knows the exact reason. So to throw out accusations, whether it's a supplement industry, drug use, or whatever it is, we don't know. What I do know, based on talking to some of his close friends and seeing what's going on, this man's been going through a lot of stress. I mean, and stress is they say it's a number one contributor to a heart attack and stuff like that. So, he's been through hell. He's been through hell. I mean, he's been accused of rape. He was never convicted. It was never proven whether he did it or not. And but the whole bodybuilding community did turn their back on him. Majority of people did. And I can only imagine how hard it is to be in his shoes from becoming Mr. Olympia and dethroning one of the all-time best Mr. Olympias in Phil Heath. I mean, the guy was pretty much at the peak, at the very peak, and he achieved it at the age of, I believe, 42 or 43 when he won the Mr. Olympia. It's unbelievable. He was everybody's hero and role model, and then literally a couple of months later, because again, I don't know, and I would never say whether he's guilty or not, because simply, again, I don't know. But in this day and age, it's very, very easy to accuse somebody. All it takes is somebody to say, look, he raped me, he stole something from me, and all of a sudden the person is like literally blacklisted or canceled, so to speak, because that's a very common word these days. And what happened to innocent until proven guilty? The guy went from $400,000 in prize money, in lucrative contracts and everything else, to losing absolutely everything. Now show me somebody who's going to be able to live with that. Show me somebody who's going to be able to take it. He was literally getting ready for a show every fucking season. He was trying his best, and he was literally at every show, attending every show, posing with fans. It's not the supplement industry. It's not the drugs. It's not that. If the obvious accusation should be thrown at his peers, it should be thrown at the federation, that nobody has the balls to say that they turned their backs on him. That's what accusation should be, because that's an obvious accusation. That's definitely part of it, especially when it comes to heart attack. Everything else, you can't really, say supplements, right now being scrutinized or, put under the microscope. I don't think so. I don't feel it. I don't think supplement industry is responsible for anyone's death. It's a dumbass who is misusing supplements or buying supplements that are manufactured God knows where and God knows under what conditions and God knows what's in them. Every person is in for himself. That's the reason why you watch the Final Scoop. That's the reason why you watch certain channels and you learn from people that actually know, and you educate yourself as to what you're putting in your body, not just a fancy label or a fancy flavor or a fancy trademark or whatever. But, it's your responsibility, not the supplement industries.
Amen to that. Yeah. And not just as a cap off point, none of these deaths that have popped up over the past, like even in the females, like none of these are linked to actual supplement usage. There's like you were saying, Robbie, there's a lot of speculation, but none of them, like no brand's name has even been mentioned, like saying, oh, is it possibly due to a tainted supplement? That was never been brought up like it has been in years past. People know it's either like extreme dieting or drugs that are at play, or, psychological mental health issues at play.
Absolutely, and there was indirect accusation. There was indirect accusation by Sean Ray. I actually caught it, and I'm not the biggest Ratcon fan by all means. I'm not the biggest Aaron Sigerman fan, but Sean Ray said recently on the Dave Palumbo podcast, he said that who was it? Sean Rodden, or maybe he was talking about. No, he was talking about, I think, Dallas McCarver. Possibly. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He was talking about some athlete who passed away, and he said, well, he worked with Chad Nichols, and he was with Radcon. That's a recipe for disaster.
He was talking about Dallas, yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I mean, like, again, I'm not a big fan of Radcon. I'm not a big fan of Aaron Sigerman, but that is wrong. That's defamation of character, and things like that should not be thrown around because that's just wrong. We don't know why the athlete died. I mean, at least I don't know if it was available public or something like that. And it was at Dallas. Was he talking about Dallas?
Yeah.
About Dallas. You don't throw accusations about, you don't bring a supplement company into a play just because you don't like somebody. Have a little class.
The worst thing is that he mentioned something. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was that, that he was right from the get-go that Dallas gonna pass away, which was, super cruel in my opinion.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, he's just a piece of shit. That's simple as that. You can be a good bodybuilder, you can be a legendary bodybuilder, but the fact that you're a piece of shit who is bitter and who is bitching at everybody and throwing accusations, and I wholeheartedly agree with Nick Trigili and everybody who came and Guy Sister, how come, a person is not even yet buried and you saying that he had a drug issue? And even if so, who the fuck brings it up? And as far as I know, Sean Rodden didn't have any drug issue. He wasn't a drug addict. He didn't take drugs. And as far as I know, was very clean cut and wouldn't even smoke a joint based on what his close friends said. But you don't come and you don't say those things, and you don't bring supplement companies just because you hate somebody who owns a supplement company. You don't accuse him and saying that's a recipe of for disaster because you don't know. And to me, that's a lawsuit, and I'm not even about suing anyone. You just don't say those things because at the end of the day, yes, there's countless of bodybuilders who have passed away this year, but I don't know if one where I know for a fact, okay, autopsy was done. This is actual report. We know why this person died. When you don't know, yes, you can gossip. Yes, you can speculate. But to bring it out in the open where you potentially can hurt somebody's family, somebody's reputation, somebody's kids are reading it, I mean, you're the lowest piece of shit.
Well, I'm happy to say that the video was taken down, so that's good.
Hey, Alex,
what's going on, man?
Cheers, man.
Sandeep. I love Apollon's products, but we don't need your stuff in India. Love from India to Robi and the whole team.
Well, I love India. Sandeep. Thank you so much.
Shruti. Robi, you are so smart. We're getting a lot of followers from India, man. We are global.
I love Bollywood.
We're taking over. What is your favorite Bollywood movie? I've never seen any, but what's your favorite one?
I grew up in Soviet Union, so Disco Dancer was like a global hit. Back in the day, it was released in 84, I believe. I actually saw it first time when I was 9 years old. That was a mega hit and kind of like made
Is that
me
like a riff on Saturday Night Fever or something?
Very well, kinda, yeah. It's about a street dancer who is becoming like a superstar sensation. It was it was a big international hit, actually.
Okay.
In every Bollywood, they are dancing, right?
Yeah.
It's interesting to see how many people have never even heard of it or its benefits. Going back to the Knack discussion. Yeah, that's what I was sitting at a restaurant working on Tuesday afternoon, and some lady just walked in and started talking to me. I was in the middle of something. And I didn't do the Shane thing where I looked at her and then I looked the other way and just told her to piss off kind of thing.
I don't say that. I don't say piss off. There's a key difference. If you say piss off, that's rude. If you ignore them,
simply not saying anything.
Yeah, so why? It's not rude if you don't say anything.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah, see?
So, but
this is why I would walk away from Robert. It's just...
So I was telling her the benefits of Knack because she said she was just going through a juice detox because we got to talking about what she does. She trains dogs for a living. I told her what I did, and she says, "Oh yeah, I've done a few juice detoxes." I said, "All right, we had a hard stop right there. That we started kind of going through a few other things with she's one of those people that kind of just fell for the obvious. This helps clean and purify your body and all this other shit. Just
Yeah, you got this thing in your body called liver. So
yeah, exactly.
fuck.
Today is Sandeep's birthday. Happy birthday, Sandeep. How do you say happy birthday in Polish, Lukasz?
Wszystkiego najlepszego.
There you go. Robbie?
What?
Say it in Russian. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. С днем рождения.
There we go. Shane, say it in Hobbit.
Yeah. That's it.
Something like this.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Oh, all right. Let's hey guys, got any other comments or questions? Keep them coming. Let's roll through a few of these new product releases that have come across the stack.com wire. Let's see, y'all.
Fucking ridiculous.
I know.
Did anyone of the followers or like watchers subscribe to podcast? Because if not, do it now.
Yes. Everybody, in addition to Sweetheart and Brooke, please go subscribe to the stack.com podcast, the Stack 3D podcast.
And make sure to leave the like and also get subscribed to all the notifications that Shane.
Yeah.
Yes. Just don't leave
and
Shane a 5-star review because we can't have him climbing up higher than the final scoop in the algorithm.
Leave me a 4-star review.
By the way, the Protein Wars starts soon.
Oh yeah,
so
that's on Monday.
get ready for that shit.
I haven't got the new ring, but this is the.
God damn, I'm so good in promoting this shit. I should get
God.
paid.
It doesn't focus well enough.
There we go. Hold on, Shane. Second, Shane. There you go.
The camera can't focus enough. This is
It is
last
not-
year's one.
And it's gonna be but it's gonna be a logo of the winner, right?
Yeah, fuck off, Lukasz. Do you know how much that would cost? And it takes like 3 months. They won't. I think this year's one's it's a red, orange, and yellow.
Listen,
With it.
Brooke has probably
Doesn't zoom in enough.
a raise in his job, so she's gonna chip in.
There we go.
She's gonna be a sponsor of the ring.
Dude, I think it's like, I think it's somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000 each. That's why I don't get two made. That one I've got to give to Jim.
They didn't get it. They didn't get it
No,
yet?
they sent me the address in June or July, and then I went to go to the post office, but it wasn't complete. I think they were missing like something to do with the building, and then I emailed back, and yeah, we haven't gone back. Either way, Ava plays with it every day, so it's nice.
Sandandito. I believe I used code Final Scoop Thursday to buy Overtime, Time Cop, and 2 bottles of barbecue sauce. Yeah, how's the barbecue line going, Robbie?
That's actually better than I expected, honestly. Like I said before, I thought we were going to be giving it away for free.
Good. Is there other future flavors in
Yeah,
development?
they just sent us teriyaki and hot sauce, but we didn't approve either one of them because the teriyaki sauce, for some reason, it was very good. The taste was absolutely phenomenal, but the problem was that the monk fruit, it crystallized. Yeah, it was very, very strange. It was like little crystals inside. I mean, at first it was kind of cool, but then it got a little bit annoying, so we couldn't like approve that. So they're gonna have to redo it. And the hot sauce was, for me, it was perfectly fine. But we always test everything with the members of the gym and stuff, and they said that it was a little too spicy for most people.
Okay.
So they have to just tone it down.
Robbie, we need a bulk gallon deal on the barbecue sauce from Jiffy Jank.
No problem.
Simon says, I want Robert to please try to explain why Chaos plus Hooligan hits like a motherfucker, while well-rounded scoop of Hooligan is just fine. Probably because you're getting 900 milligrams of caffeine as opposed to 600 milligrams of caffeine. Plus all the other thermos that are going on with Chaos. Is there yohimbine in Chaos or no? That's in...
No, there is alpha yohimbine in your Chaos.
Yeah, you also got alpha yohimbine going on in Chaos too. So you got all that stuff plus some of the beta agonists that are going on in Chaos. All that blends together and is going to up the stimulatory experience quite a bit than just straight caffeine from Hooligan.
Yeah, and plus, sometimes I noticed also when you stack two products together, it might hit slightly different than both. I mean, I'm talking right now about Time Cop as opposed to Overtime and Bare Knuckle, because some people said that, they prefer one over the other. It just, they're not supposed to hit exactly the same because, they still in a formula, it comes slightly different. It's the benefits of both, but the way they hit could be completely different too.
That's something I'm curious about, Robbie. So y'all have a rather extensive lineup of different pre-workouts. Have y'all ever gotten any kickback or questions or saying like, why do you have so many damn pre-workouts? Like if you have such a good one, why do you need 16 different ones? Do you ever get that from her, or do y'all look at it as more of a plus? Like you can kind of pick out which pre-workout you want.
Well, it comes down to, I was worried at first between Hooligan and Assassin, especially when we started first, I knew that they were completely different, but I was definitely worried. That's actually a very, very good question. But if you look at each and every pre-workout, just like you have a million pre-workouts on the market, right? Say, for example, Apollon would have only Hooligan, right? And then you have 999 other pre-workouts from other brands. They all going to hit and deliver different from each other, they all different goals and stuff like that. So if you take, for example, Hooligan, it hits completely different from Assassin. You have Assassin fans, you have Hooligan fans, and they can argue till they blue in the face which one is better. The truth is they're completely different. Then you have Bare Knuckle, which is obviously completely different from those two. Then if you take, Bloody Hell, which classified as a pre-workout, again, it's a completely different product. It lacks in some of the departments that others have, but it's stackable with pretty much almost anything. So we have different goals, we have different needs, and we have different preferences. I know Shane, for example, prefers Hooligan, but I always preferred Kumite for my needs. That was my go-to, but they completely different. So they cater to different needs. If the pre-workouts were similar, then I definitely see the point. But the truth is, we are yet to see where one of the pre-workouts that we have is getting hurt by the other one. We did. I mean, I won't lie. Obviously, Time Cop took a little bit away from Bare Knuckle and from Overtime. But then again, there are people who just want Overtime, and there are people that just want Bare Knuckle. And there are some people who want to experiment with something like limited release Time Cop. That's the reason why we are trying to figure right now a way to possibly, I guess I'm giving away right now a secret, but we're looking in a way to see if Time Cop is possibly to bring in 2022 as a permanent pre-workout just because of sheer popularity. And to be honest with you, I don't know if it's even possible, but because of the extremely high cost, even the second batch will cost us a lot more than the first one. But I think that there is a place for each and every pre-workout just based on the fact that the sales are not getting, one product is not being hurt by another one because they're just in different categories. And if we go one by one, Double Impact doesn't count because it's limited. Once it comes and it disappears within a month. So is Time Cop. It's pretty much sold out. So you have Assassin, one category, Hooligan, different category, Bare Knuckle, different category. Then you have Kumite, and I guess I can reveal now that because a lot of people ask me what the fuck is Lionheart. Lionheart is Kumite. That's Kumite 2. So that's gonna be, non-stim. Non-stim. It's gonna be endurance It's going to be endurance-based pre-workout. So clearly, it's not going to be as heavily stemmed as everything else. It's going to be a completely different. There's not going to be a pump ingredient or anything like that. That's going to be like Kumite. You used to be just a lot better. And then another pre-workout is coming out that is going to be unflavored, just a pump product. So it's not going to be like bare knuckle. There are some people that just want to add, a scoop of powdered pre-workout or a pump product to maybe Assassin or something, which they like the effects of Assassin, but it's lacking in a pump ingredient. So that gives you another option. And then I'm not going to reveal the name or anything like that, but I did share with Shane that in December we're releasing a pre-workout that's going to be a fat burner. And that was something that was discussed about a year ago, a completely different category where it's going to be both pre-workout and a fat burner 2-in-1. It's not going to be a collaboration of two pre-workouts. It's going to be a standalone. It's going to be a permanent product. But again, now you have 5 or 6, but they cater to different needs. And we have people that want different experiences, high stem, low stem. The market is wide open, just like you go to a pizzeria and there are a shitload of pizzas on the menu and everybody has a favorite.
Good explanation. That'll work. Chavi. I first time took a pre-workout, my whole body started shivering. Is that normal? If you took it and it has yohimbine in it, yeah, definitely, that's normal. That's one of the side effects, good or bad. It's just an effect of taking yohimbine in a product, especially if you're not used to taking it. And depending on the dosage and your sensitivity to that stimulant, yeah, shivering or feeling cold sweats and stuff like that, yeah, that's totally normal. Which product did you use? If you remember that might help us too. Half scoop and 2 caps of chaos. Forgot to mention. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Then you're not taking a full scoop in that. Yeah, it's the alpha yohimbine that's in it, plus some of the other beta agonists that are in there, cocoa butyrol and synephrine.
Rookie dosages.
We touched on this a bit earlier, Mitch, but yeah, Apollon's got a lot of stuff in the works, and there's stuff trickling out now, and it's going to continue into 2022. Wheats. I love Overtime V3, 8 caps and 2 caps of Shogun for cardio.
Whoa. You're sure you're not best friends with Lukasz or a distant relative?
Yeah.
Look at that smile.
Yeah. Wheats is on another level. Yes, he certainly is.
Wheat's making me proud.
5-pound tubs of caramel macchiato coming soon, Robbie?
Shit. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, yeah, a few people asked for peanut butter cookie and for caramel macchiato, but with prices of protein right now, I honestly don't know. Possibly.
That was going to be my question, I guess, for all of y'all. And Shane, I don't know if you've heard this from other brands or not. You can get some insight to the broader industry picture. With whey prices going up, are companies starting to scale back the 5-pound releases, or are they just going to start doing away with them entirely?
I mean, that was kind of something people were doing anyway. So
yeah, like a pro did that a couple of months ago, maybe a year ago. I know Jeff pulled on a 5-pounder, or was it a 4-pounder?
brands just haven't been doing 5, 10s for like, I don't know, past 2-3 years.
Yeah, because the thing is that number one, the cost. Obviously, the cost right now is just an absolute bitch. Number two, some people, unless you're a diehard fan of a certain flavor, people like changers. So 2 pounds, you're done. You can move on to the next flavor and so on. So it's probably a little bit easier in that regard. But for example, one of our retailers, I'm not going to say who it is, but he actually prefers 5-pounders, and his customer base, for some reason, the 5-pounders are just flying. But most are, 5-pounders we sell either direct to the consumer mostly because people are already familiar with the flavor, so they want to save a little money. But in terms of retailers, 2 pounds seem to be the preferred way to go.
Okay. Way to go, get it. So what you did
Lukasz,
there, Robbie.
I could be wrong, but is 2 pound like an American thing?
Yeah.
Like that, because as far as I know, everywhere in the world is 5+. You might get a 2, but
Yeah.
you guys are. But see, I always wonder, was it the chicken or the egg first? Like you say that customers prefer 2 pounds, but was it because brands were just like, fuck it, let's just make 2 and make more money? Or were they like, oh, people might like 2 pounds more, we'll make 2 pounds? Because it happened like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, man, 100%. In US, it's more standard. Here in Europe.
Yeah, man. Australia and New Zealand, it's 5 pounds, 10 pounds. You don't get the 2s. They ain't importing
5+. Yeah, I would say 5+ enough. You know, that's the thing. Like two pounders are.
That's like a week.
Yeah, you're done.
The 2 pounders are for the people that are only like single scoop and C4. So it's that beginner stuff. It's just not.
But see, I feel like in America, like, because you're not importing it, it's not a huge, I guess, a leap in cost. Whereas, like, I don't know. I feel like because after the 5 pound became the 4, the 2 pounds just became like And I know how you're saying, oh, you got a bit of variety of flavors, you can switch it up. But are you only saying that because brands started coming out with these crazy flavors in 2 pounds?
Yeah,
I always wondered that.
It reminds me of the mass gainers. You know, the big buckets. You know, you have like a shovel scoop when you have like maybe 10 servings. You know, while to LBS of protein, you got like I don't know how many scoops. And as you said, you know, it's like a week of using it. And that's
it's not a lot.
Especially if you are taking like 2 scoops or 3 scoops per day. Per day. It's like
Creamy, we touched on this a few minutes ago. Kumite is coming out again, but it's going to be known as Lionheart. I need 50, 50, and 20 pound bags. Yeah.
We have them at the gym, yeah.
Time Cop is on another level. Yes, it's awesome. Flavoring solid too for all the funky stuff that's going on in there. Need an Apollon multivitamin. It'll have 500 milligrams of caffeine in it too.
Yeah, we were actually working with Robert on that earlier this year, but there are a couple of trademark ingredients, and unfortunately they're not available until I believe late January, and that's from Trax Albion. They're out of stock on most things, so unfortunately it was delayed. It was supposed to come out this year.
Yeah, Chavi, we replied already. It's the alpha yohimbine that's in there. If you got another follow-up question, let us know and we'll get to it. Lionheart 21 or 22 release, Rob?
So far, knock on wood, it looks like it's still gonna make it 21.
Okay.
And it's gonna have my face on it.
No, and body too, and a smile. And I wanted to say a little ghost, but I might get in trouble.
Yeah, man, and the fat discount.
And a fat discount.
If you are currently looking for a multivitamin before Apollon gets out, what are some? Let's get some takes on what everybody's recommended or suggested multivitamins are.
I used the one that you recommended a couple of months ago, and I'm actually happy with it. PES, I think.
Yeah, PES True Multi.
Yeah, I like that one.
Orange Triad is a good one. What else am
I like the NutriBio. I think it's the
the multi-sport man.
Yeah,
that's a quality one. Inspired Nutraceuticals multivitamin is good. Ghosts multi is solid. Those are all using the bioavailable forms of all the minerals and vitamins and whatnot.
Or you can build your own stack.
You can
just
do
like
that too.
Uncle Lukasz.
Or
do you use a multivitamin, Lukasz, or do you just build, like, you have a bunch of different, like, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin
Did you see his fucking pill container?
Yeah,
you saw my pill container.
That looks like a fucking pharmacy.
Yeah, man.
What's the Optimin? That's the big seller.
There she is.
Oh, Yeah, Morphogen's multivitamin did too.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Brooke didn't throw that in there. Brooke usually is right on
Glaxon's
the
a pretty
Morphogen.
good one.
Yes, Glaxon does have a good one. I forgot them too. There's a lot of really quality ones out there. I guess just whatever's in your budget, just swing all around and try them out.
Cheaper one, you can also invest in Now Foods.
Yeah, Now Foods is decent. Thoughts on liquid magnesium versus pill form? Depends on
Pole
the
form.
pull form. Yeah. But, you do this long enough, you see right there. You get used
Oh,
to
there
it.
we go.
Let's see. It's not really capsule versus liquid. I'd be so concerned about as the actual form of magnesium that's in the supplement. So, magnesium oxide is shit. Avoid magnesium oxide. Go for mag citrate or the magnesium bisglycinate chelate, the Trax form of magnesium. Or if you really want to get fancy and spice things up, go with the magnesium L-threonate, which also has some good calming effects and some cognitive benefits as well.
I usually go with the form that is bounded with glycine. That's, in my opinion, the best one.
Yeah, the glycinate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's the Trax form, I believe. See, I knew Brooke was going to pop up. Someone say Morphogen. Yep. Mitch, no one wants to take 9,000 pills a day.
Lukasz does.
But what
Yeah,
about
rabbit
8,850 pills a day?
Yeah.
Too much effort for me.
Yeah, it takes a while to sort them out, but
What else are you going to do?
it's worth it. Yeah, man.
Yeah, what else are you going to do during the day?
Hell yeah,
Sort
man.
pills and listen to podcasts.
Of course.
Jiffy.
Probably
resistant?
the life of a drug dealer as well.
Are resistance and liver lover meant to be daily drivers or situational? Depends on your lifestyle, but I would say they are meant to be kind of a daily health supplement.
If you are a drug dealer just like me, then yeah, daily drivers. That's for sure.
Lukasz, did you see the naughty boy one, the winter soldier thing?
Hell yeah, man.
If I think what I think it is, if it is what I
Yeah.
think it is, because he hasn't
Yeah.
told me shit. Yeah. He said that it's a series of supplements that comes out specifically in the winter months, and it's only available for the winter months.
Yeah.
And now,
Something like vitamin D and some other stuff like that.
I don't know what it is. He said it's a collection of supplements, so it's not a flavor series or anything like that. He just said it's a few supplements, and you're only going to be able to buy them in the winter in the UK.
Yeah.
So immediately I was like, this is one of the coolest concepts I had heard, which I'm assuming it's going to be like a cold and flu, immune health type thing. And I was like, that's fucking genius.
I can't say a lot, because
I'm sure you know. Well, you definitely know. He didn't tell me anything. In fact, he asked me, and I was like, don't tell me anything. I want to guess. And that was and even if it's not what he's doing, I thought that it's just like a crazy concept, because I've seen limited, you see seasonal flavors.
Yeah.
I don't think I have ever seen a seasonal supplement.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
I thought that was the coolest shit ever.
They're doing some exciting shit, is what I can tell you, So they're on, and you can argue with me or not, and you can say that they are like copying some brands, which we know who we are talking about, but hush hush
Muscle
about
Tip.
that.
Muscle
Yeah.
Tip.
Oh yeah. Like the biggest ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
BSM.
they're doing some craziest stuff, and I think they did a lot this year, and the next year will be even better. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the winter. So
they're supremely underrated. Like when they came out with an amino, they came out with 4.
Yeah.
Who the fuck does that?
Wait. You said underrated, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I disagree.
No, I mean underrated in the sense that when they launch something, it's not like you're going to find it at GNC. You can't get them in America.
No. I know that. I mean, number one, the UK-based brand. I think the UK, right?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Okay, so the UK brand, we know about them in America just because, Ryan doesn't report on them because they don't pay him. Just because Price Plow shit on them because they were kissing Dan's ass. We still knew about them. We know about them. They're doing great things. Are they copying Ghost? Who gives a fucking shit? In this industry, everybody copies everyone, and we know that, so that's a fact. But they've been doing some great shit. I mean, I know about them. I'm a fan. I've never tried the products or anything like that.
See,
but they
for me, when I say underrated, I mean in the sense that they're worth more than they are. So, let's just say
they're probably doing okay financially, Lukasz.
No. Yeah, I'm not saying they're not doing bad, but when I say underrated, I'm like, okay, that athlete's underrated, or okay. I feel like Ghost. I mean, I think Naughty Boy should make, I don't know, 20-30 million a year, but they're probably not even doing that.
No,
that's what I mean. They're underrated in the sense that they're not where they should.
Of course, it's just I think that the fact that that there were accusations many times about the fact that they copying Ghost or copying anyone. But the thing is that if you look at the formulas and they look at even copying somebody, let's say they do. Let's say for argument's sake they do. They're getting attention to their brand. They're getting attention. They're getting the hype. They doing the right things because other companies, including Ghost, including many other companies, are also resorting to some kind of hype, including Apollon. We all have different ways of how we hype up our product or how we promote them. They've been promoting it in a maybe ironic way where they try to kind of not steal somebody's thunder, but kind of do their version of, in an ironic way. But to me, a company is, I mean, again, I'm speaking totally from a personal experience and personal point of view. To me, a company is a good company when they put out solid products. And they've been putting out solid products. Despite the fact that, the Star Wars situation or whatever it was, I know they got our attention. They got our attention and they definitely were cool. You see, you're laughing about it. I loved it too. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was fun. I thought
it was extremely ironic that it was called Star Wars.
Yeah, it was very ironic. Exactly, Lukasz, exactly. It was brilliant. It was brilliant because that's also part of marketing. And they got the good publicity and the bad publicity, but people were talking about them. That company, I guess you are right. They are kind of sort of underrated in terms of how people talk about them and stuff like that. But to me, they're probably one of the most eye-catching, so to speak, companies this year. And they've been doing some great things.
I think it's it's because like Lukasz said, you might have heard of it because of some similarities to another brand or whatever. But that's just miles off because if you can just look past even what it is on the outside, again, like a seasonal line of supplements, that's never been done before, as far as I know. And then you've got their amino line. Instead of doing one, they did 4. And they've got several other spin-offs, flavors. The stuff they're doing beyond the front of their labels that's what you should be looking at. That's the kind of thing I think makes them stand out.
I remember when they released the the amino line, and they marketed it as a mafia edition.
Yeah.
And they put in the video that was promoting the line the Scarface soundtrack. I was blown away. I was done. I was like, take my money. You can do whatever you want. Just this is amazing.
That's the thing though. When they did is I don't know. I don't think I've seen a brand. I don't know of a brand that has 4 different aminos outside of maybe Extend, but and to debut with 4, you want an amino? Okay, well, get your notebook because we've got one for intra workout, we've got one for daily. I don't know. It was some interesting stuff.
And the best part was that every formula, every amino formula that they released was bang on.
It had its point of difference, yeah.
Yes, yeah. They didn't release just like, copy paste, formula that was just like with a sprinkle of shit in it, but it was real. Every formula is loaded. So yeah, shout out to them guys.
Yeah. Jiffy, when I release some supplements, the names are going to be Cop of Time. I think you should go with Chrono Cop. Instead of Time Cop, go with Chrono Cop, Impact X2, and Hitman, so I don't step on Robbie's toes.
You should do Crime Top.
Yeah,
Crime Top. There you go.
And I would be absolutely flattered. There was a Russian show that I watched where singers impersonate other singers, and it actually was pretty cool to watch. And one of the singers that he was impersonated, he actually sued the program and the singer who was impersonating him.
Bitch.
And yeah, exactly. And my point is that you should be fucking flattered if somebody is impersonating you or doing something that makes you at least somewhat relevant. So you should be grateful to that. So if somebody is copying you, take it as a sign of flattery and be proud of it that somebody is even trying to either copy you or maybe bring some irony to it or something like that, because in a way you actually benefit from a marketing yourself. So shut the fuck up and just enjoy the ride.
That's what she said. Robbie, is there any product Apollon has dropped that you are most proud of?
I think I had that question some few weeks ago. I actually forgot about every product that we did release. So I don't know. Probably I'm not gonna say Time Cop or Double Impact because I don't think that counts according to Ryan. So I'm gonna say probably Overtime.
All right.
Can I say my favorite?
Sure.
Double Impact.
Okay.
Can I say my favorite or most used Apollon product?
Sure.
The Apollon T-shirt. I wear that every 3 or 4 days at least.
Bro, I would say, I thought you would say fat discount.
It's nice knowing you, Jiffy. The Russian mob is coming.
Mm-hmm.
What's everyone's favorite gym outside of your state, province, or country? Brooke, this goes for
country.
you too. Shane?
Well,
You're the most well-traveled of us.
They suck balls here. Like, only one of them's kind of good. My favorite one that I ever trained at was in Romania. It was the place where I learned that you had to have different shoes to get in, and it was like 2 floors, all plate-loaded machines. They clearly bought them from 100 different people because none of them were the same color, and they just had what was quite possibly the biggest variety of plate-loaded machines that I had ever seen. And I've been to a lot of gyms. It was just, and I mean, they weren't spread out. Like, you know how you get legs, arms, chest? These motherfuckers were just, everywhere. And the dumbbells went up to, I think, maybe 150. And it was quiet. And there was like no one there. And I was like, how does a gym this big with clearly someone put in so much effort?
Yeah.
And it was still kind of spacious. Yeah, badass. Apart from the fact that I had to change my shoes.
Lukasz?
I think it was in Brasov. Is that it? I think, in Romania. Because we went to Dracula's castle.
What you got, Lukasz?
You know what? I think that the closest to my heart was probably Dino's gym in Birmingham. I don't remember. I don't know if you know this gym or ever heard about it, but Dino is this guy is on completely another level. He loves bodybuilding, and he's like a great owner of the gym. A great host, and not only the atmosphere, but also when you step to the gym, you have this old school vibe. The gyms are all the accessories are selected by him. You know, the weights are really damn old. You know, and all the machines are picked by him. You know, and they have like, I don't know, 20, 30 years easily. You know, they are already like messed up, but they're all working perfectly fine. But they're just like, you know, super old school, you know. So when you train on them, you know, it's like completely different feel. So I remember every time when we went to the Body Power, we always had to visit Dino's gym. So right now, from what I've heard, he's changing locations. So he's now moving all the equipment to other place. But he said that, you know, that the gym will have exactly the same atmosphere and so on. The best part was in his gym, you know, the flags. He had the flags from countries all over the world. So the people that were like visiting him left the flag. So I also left the Polish flag, which is definitely there. So yeah,
There you go.
shout out to Dino's gym.
Robbie?
This is going to be probably a very cliche, but probably Metroflex in Texas. I mean, that gym exceeded my expectations. Typically, I'm not sold on the whole hype, you know, when it comes to hardcore gyms. But next to it, Apollon looked like Planet Fitness. I mean, that's 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 it. You know, we don't turn the AC usually in the summertime unless like it's really humid or something like that.
Mhm.
But in Texas heat, not to even have an AC, that's impressive. I mean, that gym is just all the equipment is great. You know, you can get a great workout. It's extremely small, but it kind of gives you that old school, you know, feel to it. And when you get there, you just want to work out. And especially if Branch is there, Johnny Jackson, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, everybody who is there, they really train, they work hard. And I guess that's the reason why you see like literally like 2 or 3 people inside the gym because people go for more mainstream these days. I mean, we know how it works. It's Shane who is the one who sees a video of Apollon and goes like, I want to train there. But most people don't. I mean, that's a sad reality. Most people want luxury and fancy machines that barely do anything. That's just the way we are. That's the way the world is. But that gym was great. And then boxing gym, Freddie Roach's wildcard gym in West Hollywood. I mean, that's a pretty nice area. But when you get to that gym, it's one of those gyms that I would say 90% of population would just run away from. It stinks. It literally stinks from sweat. It's tiny. It's so small. It has like one ring in the middle and then a couple of bags around it. And typically, you will have a lot of boxers there, real boxers, and you know, just the atmosphere itself. It's either for you or it's not for you. But if it is something that you can appreciate for what it is, I mean, you'll just want, even if you're not a fighter, you'll just, even if you're just a fan, you will just want to stick around and just punch the bag and stuff like that. And seeing Freddie Roach in there, every time you go there, he is there. This is a guy who obviously has money and doesn't need that gym. And the fact that I think a daily pass is ridiculous. It's $5. You know, prices that don't even exist. I think that he probably hasn't changed prices since ever opening the gym.
Yeah.
It's just the atmosphere and camaraderie in there is just on a whole other level. You know, people throw around hardcore a lot. Well, if you want hardcore, that's as hardcore as it gets. You know, it makes other hardcore look like soft. Yeah. But those two gyms are definitely top of mine.
Mine's pretty easy. I haven't toured many gyms outside of Texas. Usually if we're traveling, I'll just use whatever hotel gym, like whatever equipment they got in the hotel gym or something like that. So it's Apollon. It's an easy answer for me.
A hotel gym?
Yeah, I'll just use that. I mean, usually like the place I've said, they usually have some kind of like cable machine or something like that. Yeah. At least. Ugh. You can get something decent with it.
Some hotel gyms are actually
You
impressive
do
in
that.
terms
They'll
of
have dumbbells up to 50 pounds, so you can do that. Or you superset that with some cable stuff, or you do some body weight movements, and you can get shit done. Simple enough, easy enough, I guess.
Does Apollon gym have the yank alarm? What?
Nah. It has me, so it's angry enough.
But do you got pizza on the reception, right?
Can Prev Multi. I like the rest of the product lineup.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
It's Canadian
I'm
brand.
assuming it's Canadian, hence the like is the can a hint at the name?
Yeah,
First time.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
First time hearing this.
Yeah, we're gonna. Well, Alex is Canadian, so we'll let it pass this
Canada
time.
have some brands.
Go
Speaking
Can Prev.
of-
Adult
Speaking
Multi.
of
I've
Canadian
seen
brand,
that logo before. I have seen that
Oh,
logo
yeah.
before.
yeah.
But
Don't
they
recognize
got
the
all the
name.
good dose. They got the good forms of the minerals in there. You got the pyridoxal 5-phosphate. You got the methylcobalamin, magnesium. That's the other litmus test. Yeah, the bisglycinate, and the manganese citrate. So yeah, this looks good. Potassium citrate
Canadian.
works for me. Yes, it is Canadian for all of
the
our
good
Canadian
stuff.
listeners out there.
.ca. Look at that.
Brooke, my favorite gym is the one where there are no people. I outfitted my
Yes.
own. Also, I'm not as strong as y'all. No aircon, no life.
See, I turned the aircon off, man. You get more calories without the aircon.
You get more sweat. Does it equate to more calories?
Yeah, man. Bro science. This is exactly how it works.
More sweat, more calories. There we go.
You put on a jumper as well, you can burn even more. This is life. Okay.
There you go. Creamy. Rob, mag oxide is fuck me, I can't talk today. Is mag oxide worse than the others due to poor bioavailability? Yes. Magnesium oxide's bioavailability is somewhere between 5 and 10%. So it's shit.
Shit.
It is shit. It is shittier than the roads in Poland. Total shit.
Fuck off.
I tell you what, I have seen some places with bad roads before. Poland was pretty nice.
I'll take you down
Thank you,
Fleur-de-Lis
man.
Avenue in New Orleans, man. It is the worst fucking street ever. It's like do 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 when you're driving down it.
Huh.
What are some supplement ingredients that help and improve both short-term and long-term memory?
Why
Caffeine.
you're trying to send a text message to Sean?
Yeah. Caffeine, yes. Bacopa monieri, yes. Basically, things that are going to boost brain-derived neurotrophic factor will help. So, lion's mane, neurofactor. Huperzine, alpha-GPC, CDP choline. What am I forgetting? Is Ginkgo? Ginkgo
Yeah.
biloba from memory.
Yeah, ginkgo.
Yeah, those are some of the main heavy hitters right there you can look into.
Panax ginseng as well.
Yeah, ginseng's another good one.
I've always wondered about the memory supplements, like, you know, like you can notice when something's happening with focus and energy and cognition,
Yeah.
even like strength and muscle to some extent. I can't honestly say I've ever had a supplement and felt like my memory was better. Like,
Did you take it? How long did you take it ago? And did you take it consistently? Would be the other thing. Because usually
Yeah,
you got to
I've
take
had
like Bacopa. You need to
yeah.
take it for like 6 to 8 weeks.
they say, yeah, I've had some supplements where they specifically said this is more for daily use rather than just when you need energy or focus.
Right.
I don't know. I always thought it was just a weird measure to go off.
Yeah.
Like it's not really. Like my memory would have to be extremely improved for me to be like, yeah, I can't remember and recall things better. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of science and studies behind these things, but I don't know. Maybe I need to be older and
That's true.
lose
Once
my
you get into
memory a
old
bit.
balls territory like Robbie, once you hit past 45, it's all downhill from there. Brooke, $5 donation. Thank you, Brooke. $5 for Roads for Poland, Final Scoop merchandise, and avoiding eye contact with people who try to initiate conversations.
Brooke has donated so much money for Poland roads that the roads in Poland are probably the best in the world now.
They've got to
That's
be.
what I'm saying.
They might have like 2 roads.
Yeah. Simon says phosphatidylserine is another one for short-term and long-term memory. It probably does. I consider it more as like a stress and anxiety supplement than pure memory. Shane, you literally started off the stream by saying you mix up your letters and words. It might be time for old people meds.
Ouch.
I do. I've been doing that for a while.
He doesn't remember
I don't know why.
actually ever saying that, though, Brooke.
No, see, I have great memory. I can remember saying that. But I've done it before where I've said it, mixed up the first letters, and done it again. Like attempting to try and say it right, and I just do it again. I don't know if it's an old person thing or just, I don't know.
Just a brain slip. Shane's theory on literally sweating out calories. Interesting, yeah. Another one is Brain Factor 7, BF7. That used to be in, the hell? It's by Black Lion Research, I think it was. They're neutral.
Yeah, I
Supplement?
just saw that in Glaxon's one, isn't it?
Yeah. I just saw that in the Glaxon one too. That's a cool ingredient.
I had never seen it before.
Yeah. Simply Too Deep. Welcome back, Robbie, you stud. What's going on, Simply Too Deep? How are you? We're all doing great. Paul, my mom and I both work in the medical field, a lot with dementia, and she fears getting dementia. Luckily, no family history. Yeah,
I remember one time reading studies about vitamin D and their potential benefits as far as dementia. So there's something you need to maybe consider.
Yeah, do that. I mean, a certain amount of like pine bark extract and grapeseed extract have helped with that. That's largely due to their antioxidants and increasing cerebral blood flow to the region. Anything that like stimulates the brain proteins to keep up the growth, repair, and maintenance. So that's why we're saying stuff like lion's mane, neurofactor, both of those help a lot. And your cholinergic precursors, because acetyl-L-carnitine, alpha-GPC, CDP-choline, huperzine, all of those help with memory.
Yeah, and from simple like supplements, you can also invest in like higher quantities of like omega-3 fatty acids. If you're like just like don't like fatty fish or don't eat fish at all, then omegas will definitely be helpful.
Yeah. Okay. Brooke, I only say it because I care. Trying to keep you guys nice and healthy so I can get all my supplement info. Well, you can probably keep us all healthy. Nice. I mean, that's
a given. We're all very nice.
We are.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just don't ask us
Fuck
for
you.
a conversation in the middle of the street, or
Maybe not Robert and his rude comments and unsubscribing notifications.
Yeah,
Hey.
that was actually very rude. I thought, like very unprofessional. Not like a good colleague should be acting. Yeah.
I don't think I'll be driving to his town anytime
Shane,
soon.
do you think it classifies as a hater?
Not yet, but it's early stages.
I got to admit my problem. Go through the 12 steps, admitting it's the first step on the path to success and rehab.
He's getting bad with us.
One more remark. I'm just going to end the broadcast right here.
One more year, and you will see.
Yep.
He will have a horns.
Well, I'm doing all right, guys. How about yourself? We're doing fantastic. You guys got any other questions or supplements that you want us to dive into? Feel free to do that. I do. Shane, do you have any particular stories you want to go through that jumped off the page or one?
I'm just thinking. I did like.
I got one. The Goli.
Oh yeah, good idea. That's a good one.
Man. Let's go with that.
Let's get their mainstream viewers.
Okay,
Let's show some love for
They
Comedia.
look delicious.
Yeah, man.
What am I
and
doing?
you can
Just type in
overdose.
Goli. Just go search.
That actually caught my attention too.
You can overdose on multivitamin nowadays.
You could have the whole
Oh,
bottle, maybe.
that's okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
You can easily smash the entire bottle, man.
Yeah, this is just dumb to me. I saw these bottles of this other stuff at the store too.
Yeah,
It's
shout out to Alex because he sent me the info like a few days ago, and I was like blown away when I
Yeah.
saw it. I was like,
Shane,
what
give
the-
us the salient points.
What do you mean, like the high points?
Yeah, just like what is this for anybody that hasn't read the news story yet? So
Oh,
what is this and what does it
obviously
do?
you know Goli, the sort of lifestyle gummy brand.
Yeah.
Do the apple cider vinegar, ashwagandha, greens, and fruits. This is their first one that's not in gummy form. It comes in little chocolate covered, what I think is like a doughy. I don't really know what's in the center there. They don't really say, but it looks kind of like a protein bar dough type thing. Then you've
Yeah,
got
like a
what
Snickers
looks
or
to be
something,
caramel. Or they don't describe it as caramel. And then you've got the chocolate outer. And so they're like little bite-sized pieces. And so there's Goli bites multi, Goli bites calm. Calm comes with 150 milligrams of ashwagandha per bite. And then the bites multi has like some lightly dosed vitamins and minerals. So you have, if you're wanting what, I don't know, the 600 milligrams of ashwagandha, you're gonna have to have 4 of these, 30 per bottle. You'll be through in about 7 days. So
How much is in one piece as far as like calories?
I think it's 25 calories. Was it
20
not?
Yeah, it
calories.
says 25.
Yeah.
So 100 calories per 4 pieces.
For 600 milligrams of ashwagandha.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And look, you have all these greens as well.
But this is the no, see, I think this isn't greens. I think this is their, like, you get this much, like, what is
This
it, the
is-
equivalency
this is
type
a-
thing?
This is a bad comparison right here. People don't
Yeah.
go after broccoli for vitamin A. You can compare it to carrots or something like that, but this is a fucking stupid comparison. And same thing with kiwis. You would go with vitamin C, not vitamin E. I mean, what?
Yeah, but 15 kiwis sounds better, doesn't it?
I know it. Well, that just shows you how like low level and shitty their salacious their marketing tactics are.
Bro,
I mean,
did you
like I
saw-
said,
you saw their sales?
Yeah, I know. A lot
told
of dumb people will buy this shit.
Just
Oh
saying.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
50 million
but
in
the
sales.
thing is like, Shane, was it you who posted about the 42 or 50 million dollar in sales?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a perfect example of what we were talking about when we discussed the whole flavors and gimmicks and stuff like that. Look, clearly this company is they're not with your health in mind when they're making supplements, but revenue. So in terms of success, they're doing phenomenal. In terms of products, they shit. Simple.
Yeah.
I think they have like a different spin as far as like the supplements, and they're like,
They're not sports. They're like, it's completely understandable that if you wanted 600 milligrams of ashwagandha, right? Let's just say you wanted the 600.
yeah.
There are people out there that would eat 100 calories a day to get it. They'd have no problem with it whatsoever. And they might even argue that I don't want a supplement that's got bodybuilders and muscles and gym and sports nutrition associated. And this is like the complete opposite of Apollon. Like as far of opposite as you could probably get.
Yeah.
I think this is as far as possible, not just from Apollon, and like you said, from
Goli's hardcore.
from sports industry. I think this is as far as possible from the health-oriented company too. I mean, this is about marketing. This is about business. This is about success, and they successful. Clearly, they making money. 42 or 50 million is it's a very successful business, no doubt about it. Yeah, it's no joke. I mean, most companies that provide good supplements, whether it's for athletes or for health or both, don't even come close. So, are they successful? Yes. Are they good? I mean, it all comes down like what do we want to emphasize? Health, athletic performance, or success in they're still kind of part of the industry. but a lot of companies make shitty products and they still very, very successful. It's just, what we, because clearly the mainstream people are not going to give a shit about what we're saying. And half of the shit that we are saying, they probably don't even understand. And that's fine. Everybody has a market. This is a different market in terms of as a company. Obviously, props to them for making a lot of money and being so successful making shitty products. But, in terms of health and sports, I don't, like you said, they're not trying to be Apollon. They're not trying to be Morphogen. They know what they are, and the customer base probably can do 2 pull-ups, and they probably go to Planet Fitness. But that's a huge market. We can.
I don't think
they
these
probably
guys
don't
go
even
to the
go.
gym.
Yeah, probably don't even go to the gym.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah,
But this is the thing. This is one of those, like, you can say, like, oh, you're not getting your right dose of this and you're not getting this much of that. But and Goli proves it. We can sit here and tell you, okay, you need to get this much. And this is like 20%. And they'll tell us to go fuck ourselves because to get that, they have to go to a specialist store. And they would rather just pick it up from Walmart on the way out and have it in a delicious gummy or chocolate form. And I can completely understand that because these guys do 50 million a year. So there are people that even if you told them this won't work as well as this, but you have to go to a supplement store to get this, they would probably still say, nah, I'm fine. And the price on this compared to, even though like you're getting more from an actual supplement, this is what, $15 at the lowest, maybe 10. I think it was the god of those 12, depending on some of them. But that was the thing. There are people that would rather get a fraction of the benefits and get this little fun format, and they don't give a shit what we say because Goli has presented it so well and they've put it in such a familiar format, made it accessible, made it cost effective, made it fun. I mean, again, if I didn't care about supplements, I can completely understand why people would buy this.
100%.
And even if I had a friend that did it and I told them, look, dude, you're not getting your money's worth, I can easily imagine them not listening to me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, it's because of shithead companies like this is why I jumped into the industry in the first place. Like, you're willingly lying to the customers and giving them a shitty product and trying to make all these claims about how it's going to enhance your life and all this when you're not even giving them anywhere near an efficacious dosage.
But see,
never mind the fact that you're giving people
doesn't care. The customer base doesn't care. They don't give a shit.
Exactly.
I don't know if it's you can blame Goli for this. Like, yes, like they're the ones making the product, but someone has to be willing to buy it.
Yeah, and I agree with that.
So like,
50 million worth of people willing to buy it.
That customer was already there.
Right.
They already had GNC and other products available to them. Goli just came in. 50 million is solid proof to show that,
Yeah. Well, no, I'm like, they're genius, and the average consumer is an idiot. I will fully own up to that. But that's a massive typo. I doubt each bite has 12,000 milligrams of sodium. That could kill some people.
Roberts, you can emphasize, for example, that like magnesium oxide
tastes damn good.
Is like a shit, and let's say the Flintstones vitamins are like a piece of shit, but at the same time they're still on the market. So if they're still on the market, it means that they have a demand. People are still buying it.
Absolutely.
And the dosages on some of these multivitamins are just like a piece of garbage. But
I think the gummies are better, aren't they? I could be wrong.
But the thing is that not only the marketing is appealing for many people, but also if they taste good, and for some people they are not like super concentric about the dosages because they don't know shit about dosages. They don't know what ashwagandha does, and they don't read that kind of stuff. For them,
they're cheap too.
Yeah, for them, if the product is appealing and it tastes good, and they can also add some benefits to their health by adding some extra ingredients by like smashing 4 gummies, so they have like the 600 milligrams of ashwagandha, then so be it, man.
Yeah, but you know what? These people, they don't give a shit about 600 milligram of ashwagandha. They probably they don't even know what the efficacious dose is. But the thing is that whether Apollon or Morphogen or any other company, Cellucor, whether we like it or not, this is, so to speak, in a way, in a twisted way, part of the industry. They are, because they think what
It's
they
on stacks.
Yeah, it's unstacked, exactly. So they are part of the industry. The thing is that our podcast or our platform is very, very small in terms of who are we reaching, and the market, and we're trying to educate people and to kind of open their eyes, and whether we criticize other brands that are not doing efficacious dosages or whatnot, that's what we are doing. So to me, this comes down to, like, say, for example, Academy Awards, right? Oscars. So you have this huge movie, right? But it has crappy acting, crappy story, but it has a lot of shit blown up, and God knows what else. But the quality of it is shit. And then you have a small independent movie that literally has a great story, great heart to it, great quality, great acting, great directing, writing, everything. Like, it's superb. And you have a bunch of experts judging. It's the same as us. I'm not saying we experts and we're judging, but we do know a thing or two about the supplement industry. So that smaller movie that probably cost, $500,000, for example, can win an Academy Award because more people should see it, and we're trying to emphasize the fact that, look, this is quality, this is what it's all about, this is acting, this is directing, this is a story, this can teach you something and give you actually benefits of value, as opposed to junk that costs a lot of money, that that is all science fiction, or use CGI or whatever. It's just about quality. So at the end of the day, we still have to emphasize the good products. And these companies like Goli, they're still going to make their money. They're still going to get the consumer. But should we say that, oh, look, I'm very impressed with the amount of business they're doing, because, it is impressive. And we all want to make money, and we all want to succeed. So it is impressive. But at the end of the day, we have to call it as it is. And even though the president or the owners or board of directors of Goli, whoever the fuck they are, they're not going to give a shit about our opinion. And the customer base is not going to give a shit about our opinion. But like Robert said, it's garbage. It's crap. It's not a good product. And, regardless of the fact that our opinion doesn't matter when it comes to them, it is what it is. It's just not a good supplement.
Agreed. Brooke is echoing those sentiments. The gummies are the manifestation of evil, and a scam, the manifestation of a scam. It's for damn sure. Creamy, can you pull up ionic magnesium and let me know your thoughts? Sure.
$5.
Come on, the roads are perfect now.
Ionic magnesium. All right, so here we go with this. Supplement facts. 400 milligrams of magnesium. Yeah, that's the solid dose on that. I believe the thing with ionic magnesium is that they wrap it in some kind of nanoparticle, or they do something to it to where it's supposed to be a little bit more bioavailable. Is this going to be substantially better than like a mag citrate or a magnesium glycinate or magnesium L-threonate? I don't think so. I'm not aware of any research comparing all three of those together.
I would just watch out with the citrate magnesium.
You'd watch out for the mag citrate, you said?
Yeah. With the magnesium citrate, you better watch out, because with the higher dosages, it has diarrhea effect. So yeah.
Well, yeah, that's why I say, like, keep it at a 400 milligram dose, whatever you're going to do.
More harm than good. So yeah, better watch out.
Yeah, this might be decent if you can find it for a decent price, Creamy. It might be worth a shot if the other magnesium supplements don't seem to be doing anything for you. But, I've never heard any issues with the mag threonate, mag citrate, or mag bisglycinate. There was somebody on Ben Greenfield's podcast a couple months back that was talking about some kind of elemental form of magnesium wrapped in nanoparticles. I can't remember if this was it or not. Anyway. I could get behind this. DMHA gummies.
I could do it. I could get
I
behind
could get
that.
behind that.
Yeah.
Norman is issuing a challenge to Robbie.
Oh shit! There are so many people that want to beat me up. I don't know what I've done.
Do you know this Norman, Robbie?
Yeah. Yeah, well, anytime.
Do you think
this was the one? This was the one I was going to mention.
the Eddie Hall pre-workout from MyProtein will be decently dosed?
Yeah, it's on the site. MyProtein has like poorly laid out facts panels on their site, so you might want to go to their site to get a nice rundown.
Yeah, I'm trying to go to find it on the Stack 3D homepage to find the.
It should
link.
be on the homepage, and then just scroll down to the bottom, and there should be a link to it. It's pretty. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. For MyProtein, it's pretty surprising.
Yeah.
The post-workout is a bit.
All right, let's go. The pre-workout. Here we go. All right. Eddie Hall.
Click.
Yeah. Okay. 25 milligrams of estrogen, solid dose there. 2,500 of betaine anhydrous, solid dose there. 2.5 milligrams of bioperin. Okay. 200 milligrams of caffeine. That's fine. If you like a lower stim stuff. HMB, I think the data that shows even a marginal benefit of HMB is 3 grams.
Oh, 2 grams is decent dose.
Yeah. 2,000 milligrams of glutamine, useless. 750 tyrosine, I would like to see that at least 1,000, preferably 2,000. You could easily get rid of glutamine and put tyrosine in there.
What's the point of adding 2 grams of glutamine?
I think it's for the label appeal because some people still think that glutamine does something.
It's,
It does,
Eddie
but
Hall.
not, it
Eddie
does.
Hall
but
wants
not
the
in
extra
dosage.
recovery.
That's the thing. Plus, it doesn't benefit recovery at all.
The weirdest thing about this product is some doses make you think it should be 2 scooped, and then some make you think that it definitely shouldn't be 2 scooped.
6 grams of creatine, 6.4 beta alanine. There's
Yeah,
like they
that
just
was
pulled
where I
number.
was.
Yeah, whatever. Another 4 grams of citrulline malate, so you're going to get 6 grams of citrulline, 2 grams of malic acid.
Yeah.
Hold on. So you got 4 grams of.
Yeah, it is. It double checked. It is.
You got
it
4
is a-
grams of malate, citrulline malate.
Yeah, it is a 8 in total. Then obviously the malic acid, but like, yeah, I was confused. I was like, have they listed this wrong? But you see what I mean by the fact that they're like site list stuff really weird because it's not alphabetical. It's not.
No, it's all over the
dosed.
place. Synactive is good at 50 milligrams. That's fine. Glycerol, I'm not the biggest fan of.
Yeah, see the tyrosine and then the bioperin and the caffeine. They made me think. I'm like, oh, this is a 2 scoop bitch.
Yeah.
Then I saw the beta alanine and I was like, I ain't having 12.8 grams of beta alanine. That would be reckless.
Lukasz will try it. He'll let us know how it goes.
I feel like this wouldn't be a bad 2 scoop. Like it would be a wicked 2 scoop.
Yeah.
Bar that beta alanine would be ridiculous.
But in all seriousness, I mean, of course, this is not something that I would enjoy. But compared to Charles Glass and Flex Wheeler and all those celebrities,
Oh yeah.
this is pretty legit.
And it's like I think if you check out the price, it's if I remember correctly, it's MyProtein. MyProtein, it's more of their main, like you won't get MyProtein doing a $40-$50 product. It's just not them. This is if you scroll up and you see the price, and they got 35% off as well.
Yeah, their prices are very, very cheap.
Yeah, £36. So that comes down to what, maybe £24, £22.
Yeah.
And what would that work out for me? That might be in the 40s for you. I think.
Yeah, I was assuming it's
don't know.
probably $40.
Again, compared to all the pre-workouts from celebrities, this is actually
I'll
pretty
check if it's
decent.
on
And I
Polish.
like the label.
I'll check it if it's on Polish MyProtein as well.
Yeah, so it's about 30 US.
It's not bad.
No.
That's a pretty damn good price.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
And this isn't even their Black Friday sale. I've tried to buy some, but it was exclusive to the UK one.
It's their gaming supplement. 1,000 milligrams of taurine. 250 cognizant. Say it again, Shane?
I mean, I wouldn't be too primed to be looking at this one.
No, the tyrosine is not good.
Yeah,
Theanine. I mean, I can understand theanine in the gaming or nootropic stuff. The 150 caffeine is fine with me.
It's a pretty gaming-esque. It almost looks like a transparent G Fuel.
Yeah, pretty much. Huh. Okay.
It's not bad.
No.
I thought that Eddie Hall one was pretty solid.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's already sold out.
Oh, there it is. Out of stock. That was quick.
I would have thought the pre would have gone before that.
Per 90-gram serving.
It's basically a gainer with like
5
a
grams.
few
protein.
additives.
How many scoops you have in it? 10?
Like 5, 10.
Yeah, 90
I
grams
don't
in each scoop. Each scoop is what, like 35 grams? Like a protein scoop? 8.65 or 25 protein.
20. I think it's 20 serving. I could be wrong.
It's funny, you're buying like this kind of container and you have like maybe 5
4
servings.
pounds.
Yep.
Yeah, but look at that. I thought the pre-workout was pretty good for $30, and this sells out. But it seems as though it sold out first.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
they
it's
had
going.
only like 5 units or something.
What are they using?
Come on,
for
man.
their
You know
carb sources?
MyProtein. You know them just as much as I do. If they produce this, and
Nah, man, I'm just kidding.
it'd be. I've heard some numbers, and I'm like, I guarantee you, this was.
Well, yeah, for sure.
I would have to think, and I could be wrong, but I say 5 digits somewhere in that realm. I would think. I don't know.
Dextrose is the first carb
But
in
they
there. So we know
wouldn't
there's 5
produce-
grams of creatine, so there might be 5
They
grams.
wouldn't.
of carb in
They
there.
wouldn't produce a small amount of anything.
No.
It's just not what they do. I suspect 10,000 units, but hey, what do I know?
Interesting.
But look at that, the gainer sold out first.
God damn.
Should have acted faster.
Well, I mean, to be honest though, if you are an Eddie Hall fan and you want to look like Eddie Hall,
Take his
calories
gainer.
are going to get you there before the pre-workout.
They will.
Christmas is coming.
Yeah.
I've been to the head office in Montreal. It's all about money for them, and they market it towards the everyday people who don't know better. Is that for Goli?
It sounds
Yeah.
like all, yeah.
Lukasz, is Ostravit legit? Anything you're using from them? What is Ostravit?
That's a Polish brand.
Yeah, I'm not using anything from them right now. And honestly, I don't want to say anything about them just because I'm working with them. So let's just leave it like that.
I know that they're very, very big, or at least when I was there, they were very big in Russia.
Yes.
They had a very strong presence. I don't know anything about the brand, to be honest. I never looked into the supplement facts or anything like that. But I'll tell you this, and this is why I remember. At the SN Pro Expo, they were serving ice cream, I guess, based on the protein or something like that.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know anything about the brand. All I know is that they big over there. It was one of the best tasting ice creams I have ever had. I was coming back to get more and more and more. I was legit.
Yeah. As far as like, simple ingredients, because they're like right now they're focusing on like, solely ingredients, they are selling rosea, rhodiola, ashwagandha, what else? All different kinds of nut butters, protein powders, vitamins, minerals. So yeah, definitely something you can definitely pick up for a good price. So if you're in the market for that kind of stuff, yeah, sure, give it a go. But I never had anything from them. But yeah, they're a good partner of mine. So I have no bad words about them. So, but I never used it. I never used their product. So that's all I can say.
I will take it as a yes. Thanks, Lukasz. All right.
No worries.
in response to Norman challenging Robbie. All out of respect, Robbie.
Absolutely.
Steel sharpens steel.
Yeah, we should also invite Mark Lobliner, Mark Glazer, and Ryan, because it seems like he likes to fight lately. So it would be fun.
This brand looks pretty cool.
Creamy. I was thinking of putting a serving of it in my coconut water. Yeah, that might make it taste like shit, but give it a shot and see. I don't know if it's neutral tasting or if it's not. Interesting.
Shane, if you need any more info, you know where to find it.
I like the little the label on the nootropic.
Oh, bro, they got plenty of stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, they're pretty big, aren't they, Lucas?
Yeah, in Poland, bro.
Might give them
one of the biggest.
Yeah, when I was in Russia, I think they were bigger even than Olymp back then. I mean, in terms of like the presence in Russia, not as a company. I mean.
Mm-hmm. As far as like the international presence, they are like growing and growing internationally, and they're like reaching more and more markets just to the pricing, basically. You know, they also have like their own manufacturing facility, so it's easier for them to produce products. You know. And,
yeah, I'm
not the
good
cost,
friends
basically.
with the distributor for their brand in Russia, and he speaks very, very highly of them. Like in terms of like as a business partners, he likes them, and he says very good people. And
Yeah,
again,
good guys, really good guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they do some interesting stuff.
Last call for any comments, questions, or smart-ass remarks from the peanut gallery that's tuning in, listening to us. And then we'll be hopping off in just a little bit.
And they do gummies.
Yeah.
That's Stacks Jam. That's what we do.
Shane, do you keep, I think I've asked you this before, but do you keep track, or how often do you check the stats on the news stories and the amount of views, clicks, or anything like that? So does that help you slot stories at different times of the day, or you just kind of say, screw it, and we're just going to roll through it?
Extremely. I watch that stuff pretty much most hours, most days.
Of the clicks and the stories and the traffic to the site and everything?
Yeah, so like usually we'll try and place an important story like 11 a.m. midday.
Mm-hmm.
So right when like the East Coast is midday and the West Coast is waking up. And then I'll do another one at like 6 or 7. So those are usually when we save like the more exciting things.
If I'm hearing you correctly, if you put up a story at 7 o'clock in the morning, that means you actually don't respect the brand and you think their product is shit. Is that correct?
Kin.
As I told you, man, just because I don't say anything doesn't mean that I don't like it. Just means that the ones that go up around 11, 10, 12, 5, 6, 7, those are the ones that are going to bring in a good amount of views. Because generally when people click into a big story, like let's say it's one that catches their attention, they go to the site, the surrounding ones get read too. So they might be like, oh, I may as well check out the rest of the stuff on here, and then they'll look at the other ones.
Yeah.
But it's things like Bang's new drink yesterday. Was it yesterday? That one bought in.
The hydration sensation.
So we posted that around 11 midday. Anything Bang, anything new from Bang, draws a fucking crowd. It's crazy.
Really? You think that's probably people that aren't even interested in sports nutrition, and it's just like you're getting some more crossover? You think?
I mean, I can see the stats, and I can see, but I can't I can't ask everyone. Like back in the day, anything from Muscle Tech around 2012, 13, anything from Muscle Tech would just boom, bring in ridiculous numbers.
Yeah.
And then it was Cellucor for a bit. Then it was Ghost for a bit. So about maybe up to last year. You can see kind of like when people sort of expect the unexpected sort of thing. It's like Ghost might come up with a new collab because Ghost has now been around for 3-4 years. The name's not as like poppin', at least in terms of bringing attention in. But it's just, I think that's just basically because of their age, because people are familiar with them. Like if a brand came out in January, and then they did a collab that was just as good as Ghost, that would probably get more attention purely because it's not as people are still unfamiliar with it. But it's sort of a trend, like I said, Muscle Tech, Saycore, Apollon gets a lot as well. Surprisingly, it's one of those things that like it's just kind of like Morphogen, like it's one of those brands where you wouldn't think that I would get just as much traffic off a new and exciting Apollon product as I would the latest beverage from Bang. So it's hard to understand who's clicking and who's reading these things.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's because like some random athlete shares. Like back in the day, Steel Supplements. Dan Bilzerian mentioned them on a fucking Instagram story or some shit.
Yeah.
He didn't link. He didn't do anything. And we got this surge of traffic, like, I don't know, 10, 15,000 people a day. Just purely because they went on Google, searched Steel Supplements, and I was somewhere around the top. But they did that because they watched Dan Bilzerian's video. And I was just, why is everyone looking for Steel all of a sudden? And then someone tipped me off and said, yeah, Dan was, I think he might be, I don't know if he's like, represents him now or anything, but back then he was just trying multiple pre-workouts. And Steel was one that he just very organically seemed to try and just love. And it was wild. But yeah, time of day is extremely important.
And what's the going rate for that? 1,500 a post? 1,800 a post? 2,000?
I fucking wish. Told you, man, I drive a Corolla. You want me to send you a damn picture? See, this is my thing. So I picked those spaces to put in the big stories to get the most attention. Because if someone could pay for it,
Right.
I could put them in that slot and they might not do dick for me. Like,
Yeah.
they might be like, oh, you should check out my new liquid creatine, and people don't want to read it. I put what I think is going to bring the most attention, and then that will obviously reverberate against the advertisers and other brands that are on there and everything like that. So I believe it's better to have the power and me decide than someone come and pay me. Because again, my lead story might just be some fucking multivitamin gummy. And again, not many people are going to care about that.
So you're saying you have integrity. That's what you're saying.
I don't know.
Your
If
post
that's what
cannot
you
be
want to call
bought.
it.
There we go.
Remember, Shane, when you said that he is starting to be at that level of a hater?
He's not a hater. He's just asking questions.
I'm the innocent journalist here.
Dave Palumbo.
Humble podcast host.
He wears Crocs, man. You gotta give him a break.
I do, man.
And eats vegetables.
I do.
That's true.
Will Stack 3D ever do a fitness expo?
I mean, the sole reason we did the online expo was because I knew I could never afford to do an actual expo. And then I was like, hell, I could just do it online. This is way cheaper.
Yeah, buddy.
I don't know if it'll be cool, but I don't know. Especially now.
I think those days, are behind us in terms of like
You have to,
the need
you have
for
to
it.
have things attached to it.
Yeah.
Like the Olympia or like FIBO that has like the whole fucking world coming. Like you gotta have some draw. I'm probably popular, but I don't think I'm that popular.
Yeah, you never know. You are the owner, founder, and chief executive officer of the most popular supplement news site in the industry.
Yeah, but again, this is to my point. How few people care about that? Enough
Doesn't
to make
matter.
an
You can
expo?
gussy
I
it
don't
up and
think
make
so.
it sound really, really important. That's all. That's what you do. I mean,
And then, yeah.
How awesome that sounds. Man,
yeah.
I got chills.
See? Brooke, thank you all for the stream. Thank you, Brooke, for tuning in. Thank you, everyone else, for tuning in as well. We appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe to the Stack 3D podcast, available on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and all the other podcast perusing services. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you like what we're doing here. Make sure to leave a 5-star review. Only leave a 4-star review for the Stack 3D podcast because we can't have that jump. The Supplement Engineer podcast. That's
or if it sucks. If it does suck, and sometimes it does, just do 3 stars. That's okay. I don't mind. Be honest.
Stack 3D bodybuilding classic. Love it. All right, my friends. Thank you as always. And remember, if you're interested in supporting Apollon Nutrition, use the big fat discount code Final Scoop. Save 15%. Thank you, my friends. Thank you to the listeners over there out in the interwebs. And we'll see you all next time on the Final Scoop.
See ya.
Thank you.
Bye.